It's your girl, Hope Your TV Movie Bestie, and I watch good shit. And I just got done watching The Last House on Netflix. I really enjoyed this movie. It's one of those like survival movies. Can you make it? And I ain't gonna lie, I could have made it a few months, but 5 years? Nah, dog. It's a no for me. Because what they was doing, we can't at my house. They were digging up the floorboards and getting down to the ground. They had a whole garden going. They created this like pulley system of where they created a trap and it went through their chimney and they were catching wild animals. And I was just like, yeah, no, it sound good, but no. It could have been okay for a couple months for sure. But yeah, I would have been so gone to glory after a year. 5, no. But the movie is about this family of 4, a mom, a dad, and 2 kids. And it's Christmas time. It's raining and they're getting ready to go get a Christmas tree. And this was the first red flag for me because I was like, how y'all going to get a Christmas tree in the rain? Now, unless you're going to like Target and get a fake one, if you want to get a real tree, I like real trees. We can't go to no tree farm in the rain. Get ready to go and they can't get out their house. They can't get out the front door, the back door, all the windows are locked. And they're just like, what's going on? So they start looking out the windows to be like, is it us or, and it's everybody in the neighborhood. Nobody else can get out. They're all staring out their windows like, help. And so there's a lady who lives in one of the houses and she has been out jogging and she comes back. And of course she can't get in her house and the people in her house can't get out. And so they're like, go get help. And she's like, okay. And yeah, we don't see this lady no more. We do, but when we see her, it's not good. They're all trapped in their house. They're communicating with each other through like dry erase boards or chalkboards, and they're just writing little messages and holding up in the window. They're like, is this the government? Maybe there's something wrong outside and they're locking us in our houses to keep us safe. They have no idea what's going on. And it's interesting because you get to see, do you know your neighbors? And so they're going around and they're like, okay, there's this elderly Black couple. The guy's a retired pediatric dentist. There's another couple. They on a one-night stand. And I said, woo, child, because I guess if it went good, you know, it could be kind of cool to have them around. But if you woke up the next day and was like, oh yeah, this was the alcohol, you got to go. And then they just there for an unspecified amount of time. Yeah, that's crazy. Then it was like the nosy neighbor. And I said, sir, you should have seen this coming. You're supposed to know all the happenings in the neighborhood. There's another guy, he's a recluse. He's on a lot of medications. They're just trapped in their house. And for a while, it's kind of, okay, well, I guess we ain't doing nothing today. We just chilling. Then we kind of start to see what's really going on, what's keeping them locked in their houses. And so there are these water monsters where essentially it's like most of the world is covered in water. And so these creatures, this planet is really theirs and we've kind of moved into their home. And so they're kind of taking it back now. They come when it rains and it rains every single day in this movie. Not all day, but every single day it rains. And the monsters come when it rains and eventually the whole neighborhood dies. People either starve to death or like there's one lady, the pediatric dentist, his wife, she can't take it. She kills herself. People just ain't gonna make it. Another guy, the one on medication, like he runs out of medication. So it's a mess. They eventually are the only house, hence the title of the movie, left of people that are alive. And it's interesting how the outside has turned into a forest. It was a neighborhood and everything has grown up. They're kind of thriving with this. Like I said, they have like a garden growing in their house and they're catching wild animals. And then I guess the water monsters are like, oh, it's people in here and we didn't get them. They unlock the doors because they got them locked in so they can unlock it at any time. They come in and they try to find them, but they hide. And they're like, oh, they growing stuff. They destroy everything. They poison their water supply with salt water because they're from the ocean. They poison the crops. They kill all the crops, poison the soil. And they're like, what we gonna do now? We gonna die? And so they make a plan that when the monsters come back, they gonna be ready, they gonna fight, and they gonna get out. And I was like, where y'all gonna go? Because it's not like y'all the only neighborhood that's like this. I imagine everybody is locked in their houses and done died. So I'm like, when y'all get out, where y'all going? Fight, they're able to not so much defeat the creatures, but they kind of agree to like, we're not gonna hurt y'all, don't hurt us, just let us go, y'all can have this. And one of the neighbors has a boat, and they get in his boat because most of the world is now like water. They get in the boat and they just sail, and that's kind of the end of the movie. Y'all, the most diabolical part of the whole movie was when they had to kill their dog. They have a dog and he gets sick because he has like some kind of heart condition. Of course, they run out of medicine and he's just suffering and in pain and all this. Is so sad. The dad has to kill him because he's just suffering. He shoots him and he's in the garage, and the wife comes in and he's like, okay, we can't just leave him here because, you know, he'll rot and smell and all this. And she's like, right. So tonight when the kids go to bed, we'll basically cremate him in the fireplace. And the husband goes, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I had the same idea because there's some movie, I cannot remember this movie, but there's some movie where a similar thing is happening where this family, they don't have no food and they're starving and whatever's happening, and they have a dog. The parents are like, we're gonna have to kill this dog because we're gonna have to eat this dog. And the kids are like, no. So I was thinking that, I mean, I don't want to eat dog, but I also don't want to die. The dad was like, or we could put it in the freezer. And she said, what? No, no, we're not doing that. And he was like, I'm just saying, if we get really, really desperate, we might be glad we got this as an option. And she was like, I don't want to know anything about it. You just handle it. Don't tell me anything. And he did. He cut that dog up because he was an engineer and a fisherman. So with the engineering, that's how he created the pulley system. As a fisherman, he filleted that dog up, and I said, oh my Lord, because I can't imagine eating dog, period, but much less a dog that I love, my child, my best friend. I was like, oh, they didn't get to that part. I don't think they ever ate the dog because, like I said, they created this whole ecosystem in their house. But, ooh, child, it was crazy. I liked it. It's on Netflix. If you ain't doing nothing, I suggest you check it out. If you have watched it, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm your TV movie bestie. I'm on all the socials. Like, subscribe, and follow. And I will see y'all on the next movie, on the next show, on the next episode. Bye, besties.